Okay, also for those of you who watch my channel for the invertebrate or bug videos, you are in luck today. No more vacation videos, no more skinning snakes, none of that stuff. We're going to get down to the bugs. So yesterday, I picked these guys up, which happened to be a Sunday. I got these guys from a very reputable breeder in the hobby. Um, if you live in the state of Texas, he's a good guy to deal with, especially if you live around the Dallas area, because you can do like me and actually meet up with him and save 50 bucks on shipping. So that's what I did. I met up with him half an hour from the house, half an hour back, picked up the bugs. Now I've got their enclosures set up and we're going to put them in their new home, and I'll explain a little bit about them as I go along. So these are not arachnids, but they are really cool invertebrates. They are assassin bugs. I picked up two different species. This is the Platymeris bigottatus, the two-spotted assassin bug, or the white-spotted assassin bug. They are central to western and southwestern Africa. You can see one little nymph running around in there. There should be 5 hiding in there somewhere. The thing about assassin bugs, all of them as nymphs look pretty much identical. I can see 2 or 3 running around in there. But these guys, as they get bigger, they have a white spot on each wing on the dorsal side, I guess to resemble eye spots. If your prey has eyes on its back, how can you sneak up on it? And then they have yellow bands on their legs, which I believe is an aposematic symbol to say, I don't taste good and I'm poisonous and you don't want to mess with me. So these guys are pretty small, so we're just going to put them in basically a temporary home to get them acclimated to being here and get them to start eating and growing, and then we will put them in a more permanent home. So that is that species. And the other one, a lot of you may know, they are very popular in the hobby, but still hard to find. The Psittala horrida, the horrid king assassin bug, or the giant spiny assassin bug. They are native to Western Africa, from Togo to Cameroon. These nymphs are a little bit bigger. And they as adults, sport spikes or spines on the back of their thorax to deter predation. Plus, they've got red markings all over their black body as a big neon light saying, don't mess with me. So both of these are from the same area. I'm sure their territories overlap. If you don't know anything about assassin bugs, they have what is called a rostrum at the front of their face. It's basically an elongated upper jaw, right? And it's hollow. And inside that rostrum, you can see that little hook nose looking area there on the nymph's face. Inside that rostrum is mandibles. Basically, your lower jaw would be inside your upper jaw. And they are grooved, so they basically extend those mandibles out of their rostrum into the prey and slice their way into the prey, and then they release their digestive enzymes that incapacitates the prey and liquefies its insides, and then they slurp all that goodness up with their rostrum. So let's see if we can get these guys all in their home. Stupid me, I left my little paintbrush. Fortunately, that little guy doesn't want to make too much of a jailbreak, just wants to be enough of a pain to risk getting hurt for me to put the lid back on. Okay, let me grab my brush and put them in their homes. Okay, that's better. Let's do them one at a time. So we'll start with the Psittala horrida, or the horrid king assassin bug, and try to individually get them into their enclosures. Assassin bugs are a lot like mantids and some other, like scorpions and some other invertebrates, that they molt hanging upside down. So they have to have moisture, first of all, but they have to have a vertical hanging spot, basically a stick, a limb, whatever, to get them to hang vertically upside down so that they can molt properly and not get caught up in it. Sorry, I was focused more on the animals. I believe I should have two more in here. One very small nymph. So anyway, they all molt hanging upside down. So you want plenty of like vertical points for the animal to be able to hang upside down and molt. And then obviously you want a hiding area for them to feel safe and secure. From what I've learned with these guys, if you want them to start breeding, because they only live less than a year, I believe, then you have to have moisture. But one thing else I've learned about these guys is they are voracious predators. You have to feed. They love to eat, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge. I actually tried to keep some of these guys a few years back, and I got a 5 count, and I did pretty well at getting them to breed and making more. And then my attention to their maintenance got a little lax due to the sheer number of tarantulas and other true spiders I had to take care of. So needless to say, I wasn't feeding them enough, and I wasn't keeping one area of the enclosure humid enough to ensure the survival of the species. And sadly, the colony eventually died off, but we're going to try again. I've got many more or less animals than I used to, and the ones that I have are all adults, and they don't take much care except for checked on them, a couple times a week, and give them some food and water every couple of weeks. I do have a breeding project coming up. I'll just drop that little hint. But there you see they all quickly just disappeared inside that little piece of bark. So right now I don't have any feeders small enough for these guys to take them down. And they are awesome to watch hunt. Better than freaking wolf spiders, man. They will gang tackle stuff. I mean, they can tackle prey 10 times their size sometimes. What I think I'm going to do is pre-kill a roach, and then maybe later on I can catch footage of them feeding. But that's the first batch down. Let's move on to the next ones. Okay, so here we go with the other species, which I've already determined they are much calmer than the Psittala horrida. Again, this is the Platymerus bigotatus, the white-spotted assassin bug, or they can also be listed as the two-spotted assassin bug. Maybe if I get... Okay. These guys, all of these are a good bit smaller than some of the nymphs of the horrids, but they're all still pretty good size. You can see these little guys are nice and plump. So these guys have a reputation, all assassin bugs have a reputation of having a painful sting, right? And so, like a lot of other animals who have bad venom, and the capability to hurt you or kill you, they have an undeserved bad reputation. Everybody thinks, oh, they've got this bad venom. If you tick them off, they're going to bite you and inject that venom, and it's going to hurt like hell, and you'll never want to mess with them again. When, from what I have seen in my experience, and also in videos, is most of the time, if you pester the assassin bugs, they're going to use more the flight method than the fight method. If you're food, though, however, you would probably be in quite a bit of trouble. Unless I was distracted and lost count. I think that was only 4, so I've got to search through here and make sure. There he is. Yeah, I thought that little booger was hiding somewhere. There we go. So, come on. Even as youngsters, you can see that they have that that warning saying, don't mess with me, I taste bad, or I'm poisonous, or whatever. So there we go. I'm really excited to try my hand at raising something other than tarantulas, mantids, and true spiders. Can't wait to see these guys hunt. I do have some smaller feeders on order where I will get some hunting video later on because, like I said, they're awesome to watch hunt. They will hunt in packs like wolves. So there we go. If I catch some feeding video of them on a pre-killed roach, I'll do that just so you can get a better look at them. But other than that, when I get some smaller feeders, I'll try to do some feeding video and give you some updates later on. But I have one more update before we go. I mentioned a breeding project, right? So this little rascal's going to try to hide from us and be shy. I don't know if you can see it. An experienced keeper's eye will catch a hook on that front leg right there. And if you would move his palps, you would see he's got the little boxing gloves going on. That is right, folks. We have a mature male. And I'm going to show you the female here in a minute just to show you how crazy the change males can go through with their mature molt. They can look exactly like the females until that mature molt, and then they molt, and they don't even look like the same species. So this guy molted in the last couple of days, so it's going to be another week or two. Hopefully he'll start loading up pretty soon, and then I'll try to pair him with my female. He's very fresh. She's pretty fresh, so I've got plenty of opportunities. And if this guy doesn't do it, I've got another backup male up there. So let's quit talking now. Well, he's going to come out and show himself. So I thought he was going to be shy because earlier when I was putting the light on him and trying to get pictures of him, he was being shy. Just from that right there, this does not look like the species that he is. This is of the Aphonopelma genus. You can see this handsome boy here before too long will be ready to hopefully make some babies. Oops, sorry about that. Let me get the female now. And here we go, folks. This is the absolutely stunning, gorgeous female that I own. This is the Aphonopelma moderatum, or the Rio Grande Gold. They are native to like the area that I came from last week around Big Bend, anywhere along the Rio Grande border. And they are absolutely stunning. She molted probably 3 months ago. So this girl is fresh. I've been lightly feeding her because I didn't want her to grow too fast waiting on this male. But now that he has matured, I will start feeding the hell out of her and get that booty big and fat. And hopefully by fall, we've got ourselves a sack of these guys. They're absolutely stunning. I fell in love with them a few years ago. And I got this gal from my good friend Lily at Nature's Exquisite Creatures out of San Antonio, Texas, about 5 hours from here. So super excited about this. Super excited about the Sass & Bugs. If you're excited too, let me know with a thumbs up. Guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever, you know, I don't care. I mean, I appreciate comments. It lets me know that I've reached people, but I don't have to have them to breathe. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know. If not, the hell with it. I can just see by views you people watch. So take care of yourselves and each other, guys, and I hope you have a fantastic day or night wherever you are. God bless y'all.